My name's Gavin, and I see you. Welcome back to the Gavin talk about YouTube channel. We're talking about anything and everything. Today we're going to talk about Paramount Pictures Shadow the Hedgehog 3, which was released in 2024. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's get right into the video. So, before we start, I'm going to link a playlist up above. You guys can go watch that. It's going to have all the Sonic the Hedgehog movie reviews and the Knuckles TV show review. So let me know. Go check that out if you go see the other ones. So let's get into my notes. Let's get into everything about Sonic 3. I think Jim Carrey, he's my favorite actor of all time. And I think he does Dr. Robotnik so incredibly well that when they did Joe Robotnik, he excelled in that too. There's no doubt in my head that I think he might be the best actor to be Robotnik. In voice acting, in anything. He is the best actor. And yeah, I get it, he's probably the bigger actor. But yeah, he's probably the best. Let's talk about Keanu Reeves. Him as Shadow. What a great choice. I wrote on here, he's like the John Wick of Sonic the Hedgehog universe. And I knew that Keanu Reeves was on there, so that's why I wrote it down. But yeah, it's just great. When we had that Shadow versus Team Sonic, oh, so fantastic, so awesome. When Shadow was like, it was announced that he wasn't, it was like a reveal that he wasn't moved in 50 years, right? He was like in ice. So I thought that was interesting. I love Shadow, I love everything about them. And I saw an interview that said that Keanu Reeves, when he got the role, he went home and researched Shadow. He really wanted to stay true to the character. And you know what? I love Keanu Reeves. I think he knows how to really get into character. So I'm happy that he was the guy to be Shadow, because he researches. He does his research. He does everything. He is the reason that John Wick did so good. He's the reason that The Matrix did so good. But Knuckles in this was funny when he went head to head with Shadow and Shadow beat him, and then Knuckles was like, haha, this is much more of a challenge than the last Hedgehog who I faced. And then Sonic's like, oh, come on. I also wanted to make note of the characters who just popped up for like a second. Are they like contractually obligated to be in these movies? Because that felt like a contractual thing. Like Adam Pally needed to be in the movie because he was obligated to be in 3 movies. It felt like Rachel and Randall, they needed to be in the movie because they were obligated for a certain amount of movies. It just felt weird, but also kind of expected. But I am glad that we didn't really get much of just humans, right? We got a lot of just the characters and humans, but not just humans. So I thought that was a interesting choice. I'm very happy about that. I love that. When when Agent Stone and Dr. Robotnik, when Dr. Robotnik was about to die and sacrifice himself, that hurt. And Agent Stone, when he was about to cry, he was like, "No, please don't." Like, and the best friend speech, God, that's awesome. And one thing to say, I think he's done. I think Jim Carrey is retiring from acting soon, so it makes sense for Dr. Robotnik to be done with this. However, it's a great movie trilogy to end your career off of. He did great as Dr. Robotnik. He's a great actor in Dr. Robotnik, so I think that if he wanted to, he could call it a career and it could be good. It's a great way to end his career. Do I hope he's done? No. But if he is, then he is, and he went out with a bang. And I love that. And I love that Dr. Robotnik had a little redemption arc. Because, yeah, that was awesome. I love that Maria was in this. And I love that they really showed Shadow's backstory. We didn't get much of Tails' backstory. And we got a little bit of Knuckles' backstory. But we didn't realize the backstory of Shadow. And that was awesome. And I know that is in the game. But just seeing that in live action is cool. And I was very happy about that. And the artwork for the credit scene, it had the game model for the characters, so I love that. Let's talk about the post-credit scene. Was that Metal Sonic? If that was Metal Sonic, then awesome. God, that was cool. I wish I recorded that. That would have been awesome to put online, but yeah. But to see Amy on there too, that was awesome. I'm happy that both characters are introduced now. I don't know if Metal Sonic is actually Metal Sonic, but that was really good. And at the end credit scene, when Shadow sacrifices himself, now he's come back. That's cool. I just really hope they don't do what they did with Knuckles and give him his own TV show. We don't need that. I don't want that. But I'm excited to see more. I honestly think this could be the new Fast and Furious movie, where we go and we do multiple movies. I think we might get 6 Sonic movies, if I'm being completely honest. And you know what? Each of them up the ante, and each of them served a purpose. So I was very happy about that. So I'm not angry if we do more movies. It seems like we're getting more characters and more Sonic characters than we are CGI characters, than we are the human characters. I hope we don't say goodbye to Tom and Maddie. If we need to, then go ahead, but I think Tom and Maddie really serve a purpose for Sonic and his team, and I think they serve a great world building type thing and keep Sonic grounded in a way. So yeah, that was my initial thoughts of the movie. I just got done watching it. Let's get into the character rankings, because if you guys don't know, I look at the characters and I rank every single one, and then I write down some quotes. So let's get started. At number 15 for the characters, I have Rachel. Like I said, she was only there for contractual obligations, I felt like, and it didn't really need her. It wasn't really warranting her. 14, Randall. You know why. Like, again, same reason. 13, Wade. I put Wade down because I feel like he served more of a purpose than Rachel and Randall did. Yeah, they helped them break into the building. However, I feel like Wade was like there for the Master Emerald, so, and it referenced like the Knuckles TV show, so I thought that was cool. At number 12 we have Commander Walter. Here's what I'll say about Commander Walter. He okay. So Commander Walter was a good character throughout this trilogy, and I'm happy we ended him here. Not like a bad way, but I feel like going into the next batch of movies, we need him to go away so maybe we can get Director Rockwell involved, right? Maybe we can see if she can be the next, maybe we can see if she can be the next commander. That'd be cool. Like, I'd be happy with that. But as of right now, I think the story is we're gonna kill him off, and then we're gonna go ahead and I hope we just go with Director Rockwell from now on, which I'm okay with. So, speaking of her, number 11 is Director Rockwell. She wasn't that developed in my opinion. She didn't do as well as I wish she would. I didn't like her as much as I thought I would have. I love the actress. She was in Jessica Jones, and I love her in Jessica Jones. But other than that, it wasn't hey, she needed to be in there. But I'm hoping what I said about her taking over for Commander Walter, I'm hoping that could be the case. I do like that we have Gunn involved, like the organization. So that was cool. At number 10, we have Agent Stone. Great character, great story arc. I feel like the other characters that are above him have better story arcs, but he had a great story arc. He just wanted Dr. Robotnik to care about him. He wanted Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. He wanted him to be his best friend, and him and Tails talking, that was sweet. That was like a cool little moment where, like, you could see in his head, you can see in his eyes that he, like, oh, maybe I don't have that with Dr. Robotnik. And I thought that was a cool, compelling story, and I'm excited to go forward. I don't think we're going to get him in any of it. Maybe we get Agent Stone, because I wouldn't be surprised. Dr. Robotnik's dead, but he's not. Like, why not do more with Agent Stone? At number 9, we have Maddie Wachowski. She did great. When I say that her and Tom, when I say that she is a great point, a great pivotal character to this movie, I mean it. They're really honing in the be a good kid and follow your heart and look at what you might end up like if you don't follow your heart, if you don't miss certain things, if you do go down that path of bad. This is what happens. And I love that Shadow really is a shadow to Sonic in a way. And Maddie really honed in that idea of that. But at number 8, we have Maria, and her and Shadow, man. That broke my heart. I cried a couple times today. And when they killed Maria, that hurt. That broke my heart. And knowing Commander Walters tried to stop him, and knowing that Commander Walters was also responsible kind of for that makes the Tom thing more emotional, because Tom was Commander Walters, right? And then Shadow punches Commander Walters thinking it is him, but really it's Tom, and it just shatters everything. And it causes Sonic to go nuclear in a way, and I love that. But Maria is Shadow's Tom. So, yeah. Speaking of Tom, at number 7 we have Tom Wachowski, and you know what? Say all the things that I said about Maria with him. He is Sonic's Maria, right? He is Sonic's person. The only difference is Sonic saved him and Shadow couldn't save her. And that was like a cool symbolic motive for this movie. And this movie is great. At number 6, we have Knuckles. I'm sorry to be that one guy, but Knuckles TV show ruined Knuckles for me just a little bit. At least in this universe. If we're talking about Sonic Boom and all that, Sonic Knuckles is my guy. I still haven't seen Sonic Prime yet. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm just... When I try to watch it, I wasn't interested in it. But I'll try. If you guys want me to watch Sonic Prime. But right now, I'm not going to. But yeah, Knuckles is a pretty good character. Just not better than 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, you know? At number 5, we have Tails. And him and Knuckles were trimmed down in a way in this movie. Yeah, they were very pivotal in this movie, but I just felt like the 4 top people are better than these 2. And they're in the top 6. I know the top 6 isn't really much, but I feel like it should be noted. It should be notable that they served a purpose. At number 4, we have Gerald Robotnik. And Gerald Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey. That was great. I loved it. He is a character that I didn't think we needed. But it was a great character that we deserved. Jim Carrey really puts his all in both these characters, in Ivo Robotnik and in Joe Robotnik. He had to have known what he wants to do with Gerald or Ivo, because they had the characters meshed so well together that I felt like they were to Jim Carrey. Maybe the cloning device is real. I don't know. But at number 3, we have Sonic. Okay, I know. But Gavin, the movie's named Sonic. But Gavin, Sonic is the main character. I just feel like the next 2 have more of a emotional depth in my heart. And it really played out well in this movie. And I feel like Dr. Robotnik, I kind of just spoiled one of them. I feel like him and another character have a... Well, obviously you guys know who my top 2 is. But I feel like Shadow and Dr. Robotnik have a better character than Sonic does. But at number 2, we do have Dr. Robotnik, Ivo Robotnik. And his character arc, his redemption at the end was great. It was warranted. And I love it. Jim Carrey can do no wrong with this character, or can do no wrong with Gerald, or can do no wrong with anything that he does. Jim Carrey's my favorite actor of all time, so that kind of makes sense. But at number 1 is Shadow, played by Keanu Reeves. When we talk about who was born to play Knuckles and Idris Elba, who was born to play Dr. Robotnik in freaking Jim Carrey, right? Who was born to play Shadow? Keanu freaking Reeves, man. And this is so meta because we bring him up every single time we have a chance. We bring him up. But yeah, great. I loved it. And I think all characters, except for like the bottom 4, is like warranted to be in the movie. Well, okay, the bottom 3, because Rachel, Randall, and Wade, they didn't really need to be in the movie, but I feel like Wade needed to be in it a little more than Rachel and Randall, because Wade needed to be in it to, like, come off from the Knuckles TV show, so that kind of makes sense, so. But really quick, let's get into the quotes that I wrote down. At number 6, we have "Get it together." When Maddie was talking to Tom, just reminded me of when my mother used to say that all the freaking time. She still does. At number 5, I have "Konnichiwa." Like when it was just funny, and I love when Sonic said it because the way he said it, the reading he said it, it was just great all around. At number 4, we have "Who did what with whom?" And this was Dr. Robotnik, and cool. It was funny. I liked it. So yeah. At number 3, we have I've never seen that. I haven't seen it ever since I hate watched Green Lantern in 2011. And there's also an Ivo Robotnik line, and I love that. At number 2, we have a woman in the military. God, that was awful. But I loved it because it was like so old, and old people would say that. And I love that old people say that, and I love that old people say that in the movie. And I love that it came from Gerald, because God, that was funny. At number 1, we have unsubscribed, blocked, and reported by Robotnik to Agent Stone. And yeah, great movie. I give it a 9 out of 10. It was a fantastic movie. Great. If you guys want to see any of my other reviews, go up here. It'll be in a playlist. Yeah. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Subscribe, hit that like button. And as always, have a great day. Goodbye.